Hi, welcome to Inspirational Enthusiasm. I'm Lori, and we're going to, cards are already flipping. Obviously, there's some messages coming out. So, this week we're going to be talking about love since we have Valentine's Day coming up in just a few days. I think it's about 7 days away. So, what I'd like to do is get a good reading for each of the signs and let you know what I'm picking up on. So, if you're new to tarot readings, some things that are good for you to know is that not everything in a reading may resonate with you. So, whatever resonates, you keep, and what doesn't, just ignore or throw away, however you choose to do it. But it's important to note that, tarot reading is actually a visual storytelling. So this is about, for me, it's always been when I watch it, it's about learning, picking up little tidbits, things that help me on my journey. My spiritual journey or awakening started back in 2018 in earnest. I know for years I had been having, bits and pieces, dribs and drabs of my spiritual awakening, but in that year of 2018, it hit me like a ton of bricks. So I had a job change, I had relationship change, I had gone through a divorce, and all throughout that year, I went through seizures and just all kinds of things that were just really crazy in my life, which, unbeknownst to me at the time, was all setting me up for my awakening. And for those of you that don't know what a spiritual awakening is, spiritual awakening, it really challenges everything that you thought you knew in life, everything that you believed. And it really, to me, is a mass deprogramming of things that I've learned throughout my life. And realizing that we're in a bigger place. The universe is vast, and things that we think we might know, intuitively we're feeling something different, and that's okay. So it really helped expand me and help me reach out and find people that could help me on my healing journey. So that's the big thing. That's the other thing that has happened to me throughout my spiritual awakening is the mass healing, finding out the things that impacted me when I was young. And, we pick up a lot of issues from 0 to 7. There's a lot of programming that happens during that age time or that age period. And as we get older, we don't realize that we are doing things subconsciously that we picked up during that time. And there are wounds and things that happen that, we're too young to say, okay, well, this is good and this is bad. And our discernment is being developed at that time. So as I'm 54 years old, so as I hit my spiritual awakening, it was, like I said, it was about 4 years ago. So I was 50. And I had to do some mass healing from trauma that I experienced my entire lifetime. And just to hit a couple of the highlights of my early childhood, things that I had to overcome were things like, unfortunately, there was sexual abuse, there was physical abuse, emotional abuse. I had a lot of things happen to me along the way that were very challenging. So I tell you this not for empathy or sympathy, but I tell you this to let you know that we all go through things. The older we get, the more we have gone through. And even though I've gone through so much, and we'll talk about it as the channel progresses, I'll go through more stories and give you some more insight to my background. But just understand that the more we go through, the more we learn. So at first, it feels like it's happening to us. As I've gone through this awakening, it's made me realize that it was actually happening for me, and it was happening to teach me and to help other people. And I've been able, luckily, to stay positive pretty much throughout my journey. I had some very rebellious years when I was younger, and I had some very challenging years that I put myself through. Because of that early trauma, I actually started drinking at a very young age, at 11, and I'm a recovering alcoholic. So I didn't stop drinking until I was 47 years old. So you do the math, it's about 7, 8 years now. So all of those things that happened, I realize now that at the time I felt like things were happening to me. And in hindsight, I can see that what the reasons were. When I see clients and I help them through their spiritual awakening and just through daily and weekly and monthly issues, those issues I went through in my past are actually helping me to identify with those people and to help give them my experience to show how I came through it. And I don't know about you all, but the more that I have found people like me that have gone through trying times, the more I realize that we can get through it. Um, we can get through it together. We're here to support one another, and it's important to find those people. So I know it's a little long-winded, but I just wanted to let you know a little bit of my background so you understand where I'm coming from when you're watching these videos. So let's see, am I missed anything? So we're going to go through, this is going to be the love reading for February, and I'm going to go through each sign. I'll have each of them posted separately. Any information that or any questions that you may have, hopefully we will be covering it in the description box. So everything you typically need to know is in the description box below. Anything else I'm missing? I think that I've covered it all. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask them in the comments section. If you want to book a personal reading, I have information also in the description box. And and if you could like, subscribe, and share, that would be great. That way you will get notified and the content will go out there for more people to see and hopefully help them. All right, so without further ado, we're going to get to the readings. Hello, lovely Libras. This is your 2022 February reading for love. So we're going to see what is in store for Libras in the area of love. Hope you all are doing well. All right, Libras. What do we have for Libras? So I will lay out the cards and I'll let you know what's going on after I lay them all out. The way this reading is laid out, this is the card that's the overarching energy, and then these cards are all the details of what's going on. And then the card I pull at the bottom, this is the card underneath, this is your subconscious. This is also indicative of your shadow side. So first of all, I'll say this is a major reading. This is the biggest reading I've seen since I've been doing this, and we've gone from Aries to through Virgo. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 major arcana cards out of a 11 card reading, so that's half of it. So this is something to pay attention to. This is there's a lot of energy about this is a very spiritual reading. I feel like there's it's very strong. So there's a birth, there's a rebirth, and this could be for a small portion of people. There could be a pregnancy. There could be you could be pregnant. You could be feeling you could have a child coming. But I feel this for the majority here is about the birth of a new idea, the birth of of something that's really important spiritually. It's going to the next level. I will say that I see that at some point, not too long ago, you were resistant to it. You were resistant to this newness. And it's very loving. So this is about love. You were resistant. Why do I keep saying resistance? Resistant to all this new energy. So again, this is very childlike. This could be someone that's pregnant. There's a lot of energy that's leading to that. But this is about joy and fun and looking at things through a childlike lens, and it's giving you new thoughts and new visions and new ways of experiencing life. There's a little sneaky energy in there about some deception that you've gone through. It's funny because one side of the reading is really about like resistance and sneakiness and illusion, and in the middle is almost about, well, of course it's about transformation, and then the side is about movement and starting. So we'll keep going. So this is a pretty complicated one, so bear with me. So you're moving into new ideas. It's a new way of looking at things. And again, I really feel like there's a birthing of a very important new idea. And I see you being a spiritual guide. I see you holding the light for other people. There was resistance in the past. And there's something specific here about, and I know this is a love reading, but I'm not seeing a whole lot of love in this, but bear with me. I can see that there was someone that took advantage of you in the past, so it's hard for you to trust. So this whole new idea and thing that you're trying to birth, it's hitting, it's a little stuck because of the past. So you're that's what you've been pulling through, and now you're pulling through this great transformation. And I really feel like, Libra, you are holding the light. You're holding space for people as they're moving through some. I just heard Dark Night of the Soul. So this is a really spiritual reading about helping people move through those shadowy, secretive times and confusion. There's a lot of confusion. It's really accelerating and helping them move fast. It's like you've had this idea for a really long time, and now you're birthing it. Now it's finally coming to fruition, um, and it's all about healing. It's all about the healing journey. It's something that was in it's been circling around in your subconscious for such a long time, and there is this card is really loud, the Five of Swords. It's all about you really wanted to undertake this new beginning, but something just really challenging scares you. So I'm not seeing, this is not a love reading. So this is just a very strong, I'm going to see if we can pull a couple cards on love, because I don't want to cheat the Libras. But this is much bigger, and that's going to sound weird, but this is much bigger than love. This is really about, um, this is, you are very powerful, and you are here for a purpose, and you are here to shine the light. And you've got the sun and the hermit shining the light to help people transform and heal. So, I mean, I don't want to say it's better than love, but it's very powerful. It's all about spiritual awakening. It's all about helping people through that. Let's see if I can get some love cards for Libra. What does love look like? Okay, well, I will say that I see for the Libras, there's some control issues about moving forward in love, and there's some block. So I feel like as it relates to love, you're just real focused on you're focused on your mission and your purpose. There's a little bit of love wanting to move forward, but it's just like there's love there, but you're like, that is not important right now. What's important is this mission. So you're putting love on the back burner, Libra. That doesn't mean that you're not in a relationship and you're not caring, but that's really not your focus right now. So it's one more. Let's see. Yeah, this is all about ideas and learning and knowledge, and love will come later. That's what I'm hearing with Libra. It's like there's plenty of time for love. I have to do this. This is the most important, because this is going to help people out of their confusion, their sadness, their illusions that are things that are no longer serving them. So this is really a very powerful reading. So I wish the Libras all the best of luck, because you are definitely carrying a torch to move us forward into a whole new consciousness. So thank you, Libras.